Good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson here with our Monday weather update. As we always like to do, we like to do our weekly weather updates here every Monday at 2:30. And then we like to do weekend weather updates every Thursday at 2:30 to get you planned for the weekend and your weekday. So let's start off with what we can expect for this week. You know, it's looking like we're going to have a pretty hot week ahead of us. Temperatures are still going to be remaining in the 90s for highs each day. So that heat that we've been dealing with, well, it's just going to continue. And man, it was a hot July with those temperatures rising up to 90 degrees nearly each day this month. There's only 4 days over the last 30 days that we haven't hit at least 90 degrees. We're going to take more of a look at that here in a moment. But first of all, let's talk a little bit about what we have going on outside right now. For anybody who's watching the weather update here at the moment, here's what we have here's what we're dealing with live. Right now, as of 2:30, you see that we are with a partly cloudy to mostly clear sky overhead. Temperatures rising into the 90s for highs this afternoon. No delays out there at the airport. That's the good news. Taking a look out at the temperatures, you see that it's 93 at the moment in Atlanta, 90 in Duluth. We have 90 in Gainesville, 88 in Canton, and 88 in Marietta. Meanwhile, it's 90 down towards Thomaston. These temperatures rise into the mid-90s for everyone this afternoon. You can tell when you look at the 11 Alive app. Make sure that you download this. This can be really useful, especially whenever we have any shower or thunderstorm activity on the radar. Notice that top little tab, it says Explore Radar Map. So when you go to the 11 Alive app and you click that, you can look at the radar to know exactly where any shower and thunderstorm activity is. Now it's 93 right now in Atlanta. That's real-time data. As we head throughout today, you see the hourly showing those temperatures rising into the mid-90s, and then we get a lot of sunshine out there too. If you hit that daily tab, you're going to see that we have some shower and thunderstorm activity possible later on this week. So yeah, it'll be important to be able to check out that radar when you're on the go. Also, don't forget to download the Roku and Fire TV 11 Alive Plus app. It can be great whenever you want to get that extra information on some of those news stories that we have on air. Whenever you're watching us on TV, maybe there's a news story that you said, oh man, I really want to find out more about that. You can find out more about those stories by heading on over to the 11 Alive Plus app. You can also get long-form weather updates like the one you're seeing right now. Again, download that on Roku and Fire TV. So it's been hot. Temperatures rising into the mid-90s here for today. That's going to be similar to what we had over the last 24 hours there on Sunday when we hit 94. 98 was the high on Saturday, and that was the hottest temperature that we've had so far this year. Now, looking at the last 30 days, you can see there's only 4 days that we didn't hit 90. You saw that back on July 3rd, we hit 89, we hit 88 then, a couple days later, 87 there towards the middle of the month, and then we hit 87 here just around the July 21st, 22nd time frame. But now we are right back into the swing of big heat. And you can tell that over the last month, it has dominated the chart there for our hottest temperatures of the year so far. 98 on the 29th, 97 on the 27th. The 26th, we hit 96. So yeah, just over the last few days, that has been some of the hottest temperatures that we've had so far this year. And Atlanta has had its 7th hottest July on record. Meteorologist Nicole Hartford put this together for us here, and you can see that it has been really hot out there. 1993 is the record for the hottest July that we've ever had, though, 85.3 degrees. Now, this takes into account not just the high temperature each day, not just the low. It kind of combines everything together and the fluid temperature throughout the month to let us know what that average is. So, yeah, 83.1 degrees. The hottest July rather that we have had, the 7th hottest rather. So really hot conditions out there, expected to continue again for today. And as we hit throughout this afternoon, we will be staying drier. It's looking like we could have maybe a 10% chance or less for some rainfall this afternoon. Looking off into far northeast Georgia, a little bit of light shower activity. Looks like it's trying to get going there. That's going to stay away from the Atlanta metro, though. Forecast track picks up on that. As we hit throughout the next 24 to 48 hours, you'll notice temperatures rising into the mid-90s for highs. There's one of those isolated showers over the South Carolina area. We stay drier in the Atlanta metro, and then a little bit of shower activity down to our south and east overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. 7 a.m. on Tuesday, starting off with temperatures in the 70s. We move into the afternoon, and temperatures will rise into the 90s. Now, I want to actually back this up a little bit. We've had a little bit of drier air over the last 24 hours, and I want you to take a look at the temperatures into far north Georgia. 60 degrees to start off the day there in Blairsville on Tuesday. That's going to be drier air moving in from the north, allowing for a little bit more of a fluctuation in temperatures and allowing them to be a little bit cooler. So flirting with some 50s there into far north Georgia, mainly into the higher elevations. And then we'll be staying warmer, though, here in Atlanta, where temperatures will be starting in the 70s. Moving into the afternoon on Tuesday, rising into the 90s for highs. Some decent chances for rain down to our south and east, but not including anybody in the 11 Alive viewing area. We stay drier on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, that's going to be when things start to change. We start off the day with temperatures in the 70s for most, and a 20% chance for rain for the afternoon, with a lot of cloud cover starting to increase. That won't be our highest chance for rain all week, though. We are going to get some more decent chances for rain here for Thursday, Friday, 40 to 50% chances for rain there, and then a 30% chance for rain moving in on Saturday. That's going to continue into the day on Sunday as well. Thankfully, with some of the higher chances for rain, we're also going to get a little bit of a cool down in our temperatures. The catch is it's also going to be pretty humid out there, so it's going to feel hotter than what it actually is. But 90 for the high on Thursday, 91 for Friday and Saturday. The average high this time of year is 90 degrees, so we're going to be right around average to just above average as we head throughout the next week. The amount of rain that we see over the next 7 days, anywhere from an inch to about 2 inches of rainfall, which is good. You know, we could use the rainfall mainly in Atlanta. The rest of the state, really the rest of the North Georgia rather, is doing fine. Take a look at the amount of rain, though, that we have had at the airport. That's the catch. Areas north of I-20, for the most part, aren't hurting for rainfall. But when you get south of I-20, really southwest over towards the airport itself, they have been really dry. And you can see that by just looking at the month-to-date rainfall. They are nearly 3 inches behind on how much rain they should get for the month of July. And you can see that they have only had 7 days that brought measurable rainfall. 2 of those days only brought 1/100 of an inch each. So, yeah, Atlanta, even though it says that we're hurting for rain, really that's just down towards the airport. Even in the downtown, midtown areas, we've got a little bit more rainfall than what they've had down at the airport. So it's reading 27.04 for the year so far. That puts us more than 3 inches behind the normal year to date. But areas that have had more rain that aren't hurting, you look at Covington, they're more than an inch ahead of rainfall. And then you look at Athens, they're nearly 9 inches ahead. And then you look at areas out towards Rome, they're also ahead by more than 9 inches. So again, yeah, we may be hurting a little bit at the airport itself, but the rest of the state doing fine. Notice not even any abnormally dry conditions anywhere across our region. So again, no big issues out there, but we'll keep you updated on it. So let's take a look at the tropics. We do have a low chance for tropical development out here into the northern area of the Atlantic. This is well away from the United States. We'll keep a close eye on that. It's expected to curve off and stay away from us. So is this system here that has only a medium chance for tropical development over the next 2 days, and over the next 7 days has a high chance. Either way, though, neither of these systems look like they're going to be threatening us. We'll keep you updated on it. The last named storm that we had was Don. Next name on the list will be Emily. We still have a long way to go here within the hurricane season, though. Tropical timeline shows that the peak of the season historically has been around September 10th. So the last 2 weeks of August, first 2 weeks of September tend to be the more active time of the season. And then things start to calm down. We're getting to that point where things typically start to ramp up a little bit more. Getting close to August 1st here, and then you see as we head into the middle to the end of the month, things start to ramp up. So it is also an El Nino season, which means things tend to stay pretty much calmer. But, you know, things can change even within an El Nino season to where we could have more activity. Whatever happens, we'll keep you updated on all of that right here at 11 Alive. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast for the week ahead. Temperature is expected to rise into the 90s for highs each day. It's going to be hot, mid-90s over the next couple of days. But then as we head into the middle to end of the week, we're talking more lower 90s. That is still going to be right around average to just above average for this time of year. Chesley was in this morning. He chose Tuesday as the pick of the week because it is looking pretty good out there, especially in the morning. The morning's looking great there on Tuesday. Then we move into Wednesday, a little bit of rain chances moving in for the latter part of the afternoon. Scattered showers and storms Thursday, Friday, with isolated showers and storms there for Saturday and Sunday. But what about the 8 to 14 day outlook, looking beyond the next 7 days? all the way even into that early to middle portion of August. It's looking like we are going to have above average temperatures still. That would be lower to mid 90s for this time of year. And then still on the slightly above average rainfall. So, we could still use a little bit of rainfall for some communities. We're not hurting too bad as far as North Georgia as a whole. But some communities, like down towards the airport, we're needing some rainfall in a few spots. So we'll take what we can get. Taking a look out at our weekend getaways. If you're planning any big trips this weekend, I know it's Monday, and you're saying, well, that's still a long way away. Well, maybe you're trying to plan and see if you should take off Friday as well for some of these spots. Scattered showers and storms can be possible down in Destin, Gatlinburg, you see in Charleston, Savannah, even Lake Lanier. So maybe not so much on Friday. But as we head into the end of the weekend, some of these spots are going to improve, like Destin on Monday, and on Monday in Charleston. And know that this isn't going to be constant rainfall. It's going to be scattered showers and storms, likely mainly in the afternoon for most of these locations. We're in that summertime pattern here in the southeast, and whenever we're in that pattern, you get those pop-up showers and storms that occur sometimes in the afternoon. As we head into the next 3 days for the Peach State all across Georgia, looking like we'll be drier again for most spots here for Tuesday and Wednesday. Moving into Thursday, the rain chances start to ramp up a little bit. They are going to have a few showers and storms down towards Savannah today too. And then your Georgia State Park forecast. It's looking like we are going to have a chance for a little bit of storms out there again for tomorrow, down towards the Savannah area near Skidaway Island and down through Brunswick. Don't be surprised by any of that. But if you're hiking anywhere else, especially into the mountains of North Georgia, it is looking great. Tallulah Gorge, maybe you're heading out to Cloudland Canyon, some beautiful waterfalls in both of those spots. Of course, Amicalola Falls itself is stunning. And then out towards Providence Canyon, some beautiful views, but it will be hot in Providence Canyon. Know that it gets really hot down there. Temperatures are going to be into the 90s for highs. Make sure that you drink plenty of water if you're going to be out there. Stay safe if you're going to be doing any big hikes. So I'm going to bring everything back up to our 7-day forecast, let everyone get a good view of what they can expect for the week ahead. Don't forget that we love to do these updates every Monday and Thursday at 2:30 to keep everybody updated on the forecast for the week and then into the weekend. Don't forget that you can catch us on 11alive.com and then also watch us here on 11 Alive itself or on the ATL. You can either watch Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb in the evenings, Meteorologist Chesley McNeil in the mornings, and any time in between you can catch Meteorologist Nicole Hartford, Meteorologist Melissa Nord, and myself giving updates on the forecast and keeping everybody informed on what you can expect. So we'll be back again on Thursday at 2:30. I hope that everybody can have a wonderful week ahead of them. Stay safe, and we'll keep you informed on everything right here at 11 Alive.